Hey, what's going on? This is Frankie B, and I'm right back in the art flow. Now, I have to admit, this one right here is really fun. They're all fun. Come on, let me just be honest. Anytime artwork comes across my drawing table, there's always a new challenge and a new way to sort of think through the process and then come up with something. I mean, that's how I approach it. I try to look at it as another journey, and then hopefully it takes me someplace, when it's all said and done. With that said, this piece right here, the actual idea came from this past Saturday's alternate auction, whereas a couple of my pieces found a new home. Actually, it was actually one person who really, they just, man, they snagged a bunch of stuff that I had done. But also I put up a commission, and the commission was for a let me see if I have the card right here. The commission was for full color puzzle card set. Now, the thing is that during the talk, I had asked Pete and stuff how he felt, just to get a sort of sense so the people in the chat would understand that whether or not was it okay to see characters from other companies on these alternate comics, or would he want to stay in the alternate comics universe? And he pretty much said it was a sort of, it's a thin line kind of thing, and I understand. Ideally, it's alternate comics, it's the brand, so you want to kind of, me personally, I feel that you want to try to stay in that universe, but what characters can a person like me, who, I would say my specialty would be giant robots and giant kajus. I mean, that's the one where I have fun. Even though I've drawn superheroes, even though I've drawn horror stuff and Western and all that stuff, I really love giant robots and kajus. So what happened was we started going back and forth, and Pete has King Cryptid, and that's definitely a book that I'm looking to be on, in some time. But with that said, I don't know if he came up with it. Somebody, I think he might have said MECHA Cryptid, and the idea of a robot version. And then he brought up the idea of when I drew him piloting his own robot, and all of a sudden, the the creativity started to, the synapses started kicking off, and the idea of like a mecha version of King Cryptid started just being bounced around. I'm very happy that the person who won my auction and won this this sketch cut puzzle liked it, so they said, yeah, we let's go for that. With that said, here I am. For me to first draw a character, I need to first concept how the character looks, to get an idea of how the character, will be, and to sort of draw it out. So with that said, I'm going to, I've just laid out the rough blue line. It was unfortunate because I don't use these that much anymore, but this is actually a Prismacolor blue, non-photo blue pencil. I used to use these an awful lot back in the day, but I stopped because, again, they're very, how can I say it? The stuff that comes off from the pencil and stuff like that is really tough to erase. So it's really tough. I mean, it won't get picked up when it's scanned, but sometimes it can be really tough when you're trying to draw ink on it and stuff like that. But we'll see. I haven't used them in a long time. I couldn't find the blue pencil that I usually use, which is, I bet. Oh, here you go. It's right here. Just see. Oh, it never fails, man. Never fails. All right. So right now with this video is going to be a mashup video, and I'm going to start with the start penciling, and then I'm going to go into hyperlapse, and then eventually we'll get into the inking and stuff. And we'll take it from there. Once I get this all drawn out and stuff like that, then I'll understand the look of this character. So then I can actually do the commission and then send all this stuff off to the person that won my my artwork. So with that said, let's get to some penciling. All right, hopefully you guys can see this. This is I have my iPhone really high up, so this is so that you can really sort of take it in, because I'm working on 11 by 14 Bristol Strathmore. Bristol. This would be a hot press, which is much smoother. I've always loved the smoother surface than the cold press. So 11 by 14, and this is what you would be like a character sheet, just to get an idea of how something is laid out. Actually, you know what? Let me just put in some little drawings right here. Now I'm just talking a little bit, and then eventually I'll go into the hyperlapse and stuff. This stage right here is just really just to lay down everything, and then I did like this little scene below where you know, usually when I do my concepting just for myself, but it's also good to see too if a client is looking at it, is just to see a little action scene, just to see how their character or whatever is interacting, so they can get a rough idea. So I changed the angle so you can kind of see that his head is one piece. Now, my idea about and I'm calling him MECHA CRYPTID, is that he has the main body unit, but then he has this part that's called Mothroid. And Mothroid it looks like the moth, well, somewhat like the Mothman, but it's his jetpack kind of that can connect to his back, so enable him to fly. You know. So all right, let's see. Make sure that's pretty good. I think get a kick. I don't know. You know, maybe this character, Pete looks at it and all of a sudden he's like, oh shoot, you know, let's do something with this. I'm hoping that when I get the chance to work on King Cryptid, that we can play around with his size, because I don't know what his powers are. Can he grow? You know, those are the things. Can he you know, grow to gigantic size, sort of like Ultraman kind of, if the need comes. All right. So, but I always think it's always good to do when you're, let's see what I'm gonna do is just, sorry, my mind's just thinking, if when you're doing a new character and stuff like that, you should do little scenes and stuff just to kind of, you know, lay your thought out on the paper. You know, don't be afraid to. Okay. All right. Yep. And let's not drop stuff. I've already had a pretty busy morning. I actually had to do some errands, and now I'm back home, and now I'm right here videotaping and showing you guys stuff. So actually, here, let me just look up just to make sure that you guys are seeing everything fully. Okay, why don't we start on this side over here? It's already past 7 minutes, so I'll start drawing, and then at the, let's say 12-minute mark, I'll go into hyperlapse. All right, here we go. I'm using a Papermate. This is my pencil of choice. Even though I got tons of like mechanical pencils and stuff, this is my my pencil of choice. It's very easy. I got a ton of them. As I've said before in previous videos, you know, time equals money. You know, in my mind, it's like the more time you waste trying to find a pencil, the right one or whatever, it just eats up time. It's just, that's my mindset from the old days of working in advertising. You know, it was always go, 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 go. Everything's fast and sped up. Okay. So really, Pete's really done an amazing job. Just the design of the character is it's really compelling. And I'm not just saying it just to say it. It really is. You know, I always find that it's really important that when people are designing something, is the character something that, could you imagine other people drawing it? You know, I know that when I was designing B-Wing, the robot protagonist of Kajis and Cowboys, that was my thought. I was like, I would like to see how other people draw B-Wing. You know, and would they have enough, you know, latitude to be able to add their voice to it, and still you could tell that that's the character. You know what I mean? I think that's always amazing when any creator can create a character that can, you know, let people can tell who that character is and stuff like that, even though it's done by numerous different artists. Okay. All right. So let's see, hair right there. And the more times that I draw the character, then I become more comfortable with them. I could tell even like my iteration after seeing with other people, which I must say I'm really, really enjoying. I'm enjoying the fact that other artists are sort of adding their touches to it and stuff and building on it. And it's helping me, it's educating me, because all I do is I look at that and I just go, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And like before, I was drawing King Cryptid with usually with like 4 fingers, and he has only two fingers and a thumb. So there you go. He has this kind of, I love this kind of crest that he has right here. I go back and forth and wondering if there's like, if it's hollowed out or is it part of his shoulder. You know, I don't know, maybe, because I've drawn it kind of like it's hollowed out a little bit. So we'll see. Just for now, I'll do that. And is it like metallic? I tend to put like a metallic kind of sense to it, that it's a, you know, it's a metallic kind of part to him, but I can't explain why it's metallic. Because again, this is one of those things when you don't really know too much. I suppose B1's the same way. Although I've tried to put in stuff with B1 where you can see his capabilities and abilities, like capabilities and abilities. You can see that he is able to, he has his lassos and, you know, his handgun and all that stuff. Anyway, now's the point where I'm going to do the transition. Once more, I just want to thank you for, you know, just coming by and hanging out and checking out some more artwork on my channel. So with that said, keep that art flowing.